to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swabs it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Bryan pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 245.
The saltiest of languageiest podcasts on the network.
Whew, that's a tough thing to get out of there.
Well, you know, you just said it, and I liked it, so
Yeah.
I ran with it.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
Whew. Boy, this has been a week.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, I don't really have big jokes or anything here. It's funny because this is one of those weeks where, like, I lost track of my days because I had an allergic reaction to the antidepressant that I was just prescribed.
Right.
So I broke out in hives. So I've kind of been in a Benadryl coma most of the week.
Oh, that's fun.
So I've been kind of time traveling, you know?
Right.
And, yeah, you know, so the enthusiast that was supposed to go up yesterday, I put up today, because, you know, I was thinking it was still Thursday, and,
right.
Whoops-a-daisy. So, yeah, that was a good time.
If you haven't listened yet, that was The Enthusiast, number 25, with Steve Wherry,
Yep.
the local brewer that went on a 42-day beer fast.
Yep. I think I goofed. I think in the episode I said 46.
I think he said 42, but he went 46. Now
Oh,
I think
okay.
about it.
Okay.
Like he kept going a few extra days.
I don't feel so bad then.
Yeah.
Whatever. I had a microphone in the internet, so either way I was right.
You were correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good fun talk. It was a lot of fun to talk with him.
Well, I think we did about a little over an hour of just chatting before we recorded.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Yeah, which was funny because at one point he's like, "Are we recording?"
Yeah.
Like, no, and he just starts laughing.
Yeah, I
was just trying to fill dead air.
I kind of wish we would have recorded because he added some new wrinkles to our Better Call Cliff.
Right, this is true.
We had some nice Daredevil talk, which was fun.
Yep. Well, like a lot of things that go on at this show, that was just for us.
Yeah, it certainly was. But yeah, it was definitely a good time. So if you haven't listened to that, or if by chance for some reason you don't listen to the Enthusiast episodes, you certainly should listen to this one. You know, or if you've ever wondered if a person can just survive on beer alone.
Yeah, this is true.
He pretty much did. You know, it was really fun though.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like interesting interviews like that we do.
Mm-hmm.
We got to find more oddball people, and I like this one too because he's local.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, that makes it extra special. Wonder if our local numbers might go up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's true, and he's local, but you don't have to be local to appreciate the episode. Like, yes, exactly. It isn't just him. He talks about some local stuff, but you don't have to be local to be, to listen and get the episode. Because he talks about
next time we go to Maumee Bay, some of our stickers are going to appear in the bathroom.
Yeah. Nice.
For sure.
Both bathrooms, men and women.
Oh, yeah. Pardon me, ladies. Coming through.
Just applying stickers.
Cover up the vagines.
And again, I apply stickers with firm slaps. So hide your heinies, ladies. Or present, whichever you prefer. I just,
exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever's needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've been time traveling, eh?
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of frustrating.
Any fun adventures?
No. It stinks because I was actually telling Heno the other night. I actually haven't really been like sleepy from the Benadryl, and I wonder if it's because of essentially building up a tolerance to that kind of medicine from being on antidepressants. Because they kind of put you in a gray area, and you're kind of in a drowsy state a lot of time with most of them.
Right.
And that's what Benadryl basically does. So I've been like, but I've been kind of just, in a cloud basically. So I've just been
a fun cloud like in Super Mario where you could fly around and shit.
No, that'd be awesome, like throwing spike things out of it or something.
Exactly, or at least like giving the green light at a race.
No, and I haven't been like going around carrying a giant sword fighting Sephiroth or something. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome,
right?
Too. I would make fun of your hairdo, though.
Yeah, listen, I mean, compared to what I'm rocking now, I mean, I'd take that hairdo. It'd be all right. It would be pretty funny, though. You, like, show up over here, and I'm just running around like that, and you're like, what the? I'm like, oh, boy, Brian's been hitting the Benadryl again.
Yeah, it's like, where did he get the 2 foot of spiky blonde hair? Oh.
It's an odd reaction. Yeah, it's an odd reaction to Benadryl. As soon as I stop taking it, the hair just falls out. Yeah.
May calls Final Fantasy hair.
Yeah.
Huh? What? That's a weird side effect.
Also, I can't lift that sword when I'm not on Benadryl. It's just too huge, I'm just.
So that's what the hell was that shit called? Materia? Was it just Benadryl rage?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
just different strains of Benadryl.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah,
that game got way weirder now. It's all based on Cloud's allergies.
Right? It's it sounds about right. Most things are just based on delusions anyway. It's fine.
It's true.
Speaking of weird hairdos and stuff, Wrestlemania was this past weekend, and there's a tag team called the New Day, and they do a lot of weird type stuff, and they just go out and they have fun. And for a while they were heels, just going out doing whatever they wanted and having fun, but now they've kind of turned into faces. And they've been selling like their T-shirts, and recently they've come out with like they have like it's a cereal box, and they don't actually have cereal in them, but when you buy them at the concession stands, their T-shirt is sold inside the cereal box.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
And they, whenever they call people booty, as in they're bad, so the cereal is called Booty-O's. And
no booty juice.
No, it certainly isn't. No, it certainly is not. But at WrestleMania, there was this giant box of Booty-O's, and it's on its side, and they come out basically like in these big pieces of Booty-O's come scattering out, like they're the toys at the bottom of the box of cereal.
That's pretty great.
And they're all dressed like Dragon Ball Z guys. And Xavier Woods he's got like, big, thick, kind of like afro kind of thing, but it was like spiked out. It was awesome.
What are they called again?
They're the New Day. It was WrestleMania 32, if you want to look it up. It was awesome. It was one of the best, entrance gimmicks I've ever seen. It was so much fun. Everybody loved it. It was just so goofy. It was ridiculous. But, you know.
I'm seeing if there's images of these nonsensical jokers.
Oh, I'm sure there are, yeah. I actually forgot to write that. I forgot to pull an image of that to send to you.
Oh, here you go.
Like
it's pretty great.
Their outfits are even like everything about what they wore. They had big shoulder pads and stuff. It was great.
It's very Dragon Ball Z,
right? Yeah. Are you seeing Xavier's hair?
Like, well, barely, because he's playing a trombone.
Mm-hmm.
He's apparently wearing some sort of unicorn headband.
Yeah, that's their gimmick, is that they're unicorns too, and those headbands light up. Yeah, I told you they're ridiculous. Yeah. They're the tag team champions right now.
I'll have to. I don't know how WWE is. They're probably real strict on their content. It says their intro or that opening probably isn't on YouTube, right?
They have their own YouTube channel, so
really?
There's a good chance it's on there. If not, Xavier has his own YouTube channel. It's Up Down Down. That he has like a gaming show on YouTube. So
if I can find a video of that, I'll put it on our website, because I love the gimmick of them being the toys in the thing, and I do like the Dragon Ball Z look. Yeah,
it's like I said, they've done a lot of stuff like that. It was pretty ridiculous. You know, they came out and it was kind of funny. They lost their match, and then the guys they lost to were like, hey, you know, no three guys could ever take us on, and then like Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley and Stone Cold come out and, you know, give them the business. You know, Stone Cold, you know, kick stuns, and then they start winging him beers. And I saw somebody on Twitter, and they were like, you know, the beers he's drinking are just Miller Lights. And I'm like, they're not, though, because he actually has his own craft beer we've talked about on the show before.
Yes, we have.
It's an IPA, and that's what he actually turned and kind of showed the label to the camera.
Well, yeah, because salesman.
Damn right. And
so cold, I know.
So, you know, and then
no fool.
New Day tends to dance in the ring, so they all start dancing, you know, and Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley, because, you know, Mick Foley was Dude Love, so naturally he's going to dance.
Wait. Don't tell me Stone Cold danced.
Well, Stone Cold starts doing a little snapping his fingers back and forth, and everybody's like, oh, yeah. And I'm sitting there going, because you know what's coming.
Yeah.
So naturally, Stone Cold snaps his fingers back and forth a few times, and double middle fingers kick stun, you know?
Of course.
Because, you know, that's what Stone Cold does, and that's the bottom line.
Stone Cold said so.
I kind of wish you had the glass break thing, but anyway.
Yeah. I really should just have that on my soundboard.
You should.
Because the Stone Cold, glass break could come in handy so many times.
Yeah. It just made me laugh because, like, you saw it coming a mile away because it's Stone Cold. You know, there's no way in hell he's going to actually dance for any length of time because it's not his gimmick, you know?
Right. Exactly.
His gimmick is he's going to, you know, stomp a mud hole and, you know, walk it dry, kick stun some bitches, and drink some beers. That's what Stone Cold does.
Right.
And, you know, so they're dancing and, you know, like I said, it's like, you know, it's coming. And, it was... It was still pretty funny, but it was something. But one other thing about WrestleMania, and then we'll get into your week, because, you know, this is kind of recapping the, you know, end of my week, I guess.
Right.
Or beginning, however you want to look at it. And I sent you the picture of this. There was a women's triple threat match. Now, first of all, I love the fact WWE finally ditched the term diva for their women wrestlers.
What do they call them?
Women.
What?
They're calling them women superstars.
Hold on, slow down.
Yeah.
Women?
Yeah.
They're being respectful?
Yes. They unveiled a new championship. They had Lita in the ring, and she unveiled...
She's still a diva, though, right?
No, but she's still fucking fine looking. But
diva by association.
No, she's just...
She's been grandmothered in as a diva.
No, she's no. But she unveiled like the new championship belt, and it looks like it's looks like the men's belt. It's just
Pink?
Nope.
Animal print.
No butterfly. Nope.
Is it Dainty with Diamonds?
It's not actually. It's actually a pretty robust looking title.
Is it a scrub brush?
No, it doesn't aid in making sandwiches, nothing like that. It actually, I mean, in all seriousness, it's a really well designed, it looks just like the men's title, it's just a different color scheme. It's a white belt with a red background with the WWE logo in front of it.
Right.
Instead of being gold and black, the men's is gold and black, the women's is white with red. And it looks really nice. And it's so nice to see that they finally got their head out of the 20s. And
I would give the nod to the UFC for that.
Exactly. That's exactly what they were doing. And it was awesome to see that. And anyway, one of the women in the triple threat match is Sasha Banks, and her cousin is Snoop Dogg. And Snoop got inducted to the WWE Celebrity Hall of Fame. So,
that makes sense.
Right, because why wouldn't he? So when Sasha comes out, they had some woman poorly singing her intro song, and then Snoop comes out and starts just dropping rhymes because, Snoop Dogg. And Snoop sounds great, but he's in like a Crip robe. And I'm not exaggerating. Tony's seen the picture. He's in a robe that's got like a Crip looking theme to it.
So it's basically like the generic blue bandana.
Yeah, but it's a bathrobe.
Enlarged into a robe.
Right, I'm not talking like a fancy Ric Flair robe here. I'm talking like a bathrobe.
Yeah.
and I'm just cracking up, and I was like, it's Snoop. It's like he's just going to come out and do what he does, look like a pimp.
It's true. Everyone starts throwing vape pens at him.
Pretty much. It made me laugh so hard, and I was like, of course Snoop wears a robe to WrestleMania, but it's not a Ric Flair robe.
No, it's a Snoop robe.
It's a Snoop robe. Now, I will say Ric Flair's daughter was in the match, too, and she had a robe that was made with pieces from the robe he wore in his retirement match.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Which was pretty awesome, and it was a nice, pretty awesome-looking robe, and, that was kind of cool. Because, Nate was, wooing it up on the side for his daughter. So, and she won the match, Spurlers. So she's the official first women's champion for WWE.
Wait, women's?
Yes.
Speaking of women, did you hear UFC signed Cyborg?
Yeah.
She's going to be mushing faces.
Yeah.
Boy.
That's big time right there.
I don't know who, I can't remember who she's scheduled to fight first, but it's gonna
somebody that's gonna have a mushed face.
Yeah. Oof. I mean, for those who don't know, Cyborg's basically it's the most shredded woman I think I've ever seen.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Her first fight is gonna basically and I hate to say this in the UFC context because you never know, but it's going to probably be similar to like a Brooklyn Brawler.
Right.
It's some jobber that's going to go out there in a squash match. That's essentially what's going to happen. Because they want her to go out and look strong in that first match.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying they're going to just send her a cupcake, but I'm kind of saying they're going to send her a cupcake.
So I'm trying to...
They're going to send her a diva.
That's a good chance. I know they announced a fight.
Yeah, I don't remember who though. While you're doing that though, did you see Cormier had to pull out of the John Jones Cormier fight?
Yeah, I heard that.
That stinks. I was excited for that. They named some other guy, and I'm like, who cares? I don't even care about the fight now. I love watching John Jones fight, but I wanted to see him fight Cormier. Right. I don't even care who else he's fight. I'll probably watch the fight, but I don't. I'm like, I'll care if he loses.
Do another UFC night there, eh?
Yes, I mean we should still do that potentially, depending on the date and everything, because I think it's towards the end of the month.
Right. Yeah, I can't find it. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
What I do know is, it almost seems like it makes me wonder if with Ronda going down and now Holly Holm getting dropped, if they're like, we need to bring in what people have been wanting to see.
I think it's just best for business anyway, right? Bolstering the division, right? I mean, because
although she's bigger than all the other women, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem. She's
she's got to come down, or they got to go. They're not going to go up to her, are they?
I don't think many of them can.
Right? I mean, if I'm Rousey, I'm not going up to fight her.
Right.
If I'm home, I'm not going up to... Well, maybe if I'm home, I go up to fight her, depending on how hard it is. Because, it's hard to put weight on. She fights at
145. That's pretty big for a woman fighter.
Because I don't remember what Rousey fights at. She's at like 120. I don't remember what she fights at. I don't want to say it because I don't want to sound stupid.
Let's see here. Not weight height. She 135, so yeah, she could go up to 145, or they could meet in the middle, do 140.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the weight classes are for the women.
I don't either. Yeah, I was gonna say 10 pounds is a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a lot of weight to come. It's a lot of weight to come down, but it's not as much as going up. It's harder to put on 10 pounds than to come down 10 pounds. So I don't know.
I don't know. I just, oof. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a smart signing for them, though, because she's a draw.
Yeah. So with that being said, though, is like the WWE already taking their women's wrestling more serious now?
Oh,
or
for
they
sure.
Still keep it like super sexy?
Dude, I'm telling you, they had an NXT, which is like their, viewed as their like minor leagues, right?
Right.
On Friday night, and the second best match, really close to the best match in the night, was the women's title match in that event, and they went on right after the best match of the night. I mean, they went on after a match that was straight fire, and they held their own right after it. And then that triple threat at WrestleMania was one of the best 2 or 3 matches of the night. And they had time. Like, they're giving them 15 minutes to go. It's not like the last few years where the women's matches were basically the piss break. Where it's like, oh, the women are on, I'm going to go to the bathroom, or I'll fast forward if I DVR'd it. And it's not that way anymore. Like, you want to watch those matches because they're good. Like, they tell the story by meaning in the ring psychology stuff. Like they're working well. The matches aren't sloppy or just awful.
Right.
I mean, they're putting on matches that are good or as good or better than a lot of the guys are. To the point
that's good to hear, because I remember back when in the Attitude Era when I really watched wrestling, it was like, oh, here comes the women, get your dicks out, boys.
Well, it depended, if it was Lita and Trish. There were a few that were really good, and then there were a lot of the bikini
For the
models.
most part, it was just about sex appeal.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And that's what it
and
was.
I'm sure they still play that angle.
Yeah.
But
there's less of it. There's a lot less of it.
I would assume it's less. I mean, because, women's UFC fighting has taken off.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
It's really great to see. It really is, because now the card is like top to bottom, and like Lita even was talking about at the event. She was like, when I was a girl, there was very few women role models. There was, Moolah and Mae Young, and well, I mean, that was all there was, though. There was,
I know.
There was like Sensational Sherry.
Wow, the Wonderful Women of Wrestling or whatever. Is that what it was called?
Glow.
That's
Glorious
Ladies of Wrestling.
Yep.
What about Glow, Brian?
I don't think she really took Glow seriously. Apparently, she was into like luchador wrestling and stuff. That's why she went to Mexico to learn how to wrestle. She was all about like Rey Mysterio and stuff. And like Sasha Banks that I mentioned earlier, growing up, her idol was Eddie Guerrero.
Right.
It wasn't a woman; it was Eddie, and that's why, like at WrestleMania, she had her tights and stuff were an homage to Eddie Guerrero. And she even did some of Eddie's moves, during the match and stuff. So it was, kind of cool to see.
I'm going to have you know, Brian.
Yeah.
That Glow, the gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling still exists.
I didn't think it was gorgeous. I thought it was glorious.
I've got gorgeous.
Okay. Man, I swore it was glorious,
and
but okay.
I'm on their website, and it looks like it has been updated in like 6 or 7 years.
All right.
In fact, it says at the bottom page, now accepting PayPal.
Ooh, nice.
Really cutting edge, guys.
Do you remember there was an episode of Married with Children where Al had to last in the ring with one or two women from that when they were, what was it, in Vegas, I think it was? Because Marcy and Peggy spent like all their money, and that was like the only way they could get home, basically, was you had to last like 10 minutes in the ring with two women, and like these two gorgeous women go by, and Al's like, oh gee, this should be difficult, and then these two like behemoths come out.
Of course.
Yeah. And Al's in like a wheelchair, afterward. Good times.
This is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they sell their merch on Zazzle.
Well, right next to the Baltica booth.
Basically.
Glorious Ladies of Wrestling, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, brought to you by Baltica.
Baltica, the czar of beers.
Yes. All right. So, yeah, all right, that's enough for WrestleMania. If anyone wants to talk to me about wrestling at any time, hit me up, because I am not ashamed of the fact that I love pro wrestling. So, whatever. Like I told Tony last week, I was like, Walking Dead finale was on, WrestleMania was on. I still haven't watched the Walking Dead finale.
I love it.
I've watched NXT, their takeover event, which was, if you like pro wrestling, you should certainly watch. It was awesome. And I watched WrestleMania, but I haven't watched the Walking Dead finale yet.
I'm not mad at you, Brian.
I know. You've known me long enough to know, man. As long as you've known me, I've loved pro wrestling. So
it's true. It's true.
Yeah, there's never been any shame in that. So how was your week?
It was all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say, fuck this cold weather.
Yeah, it's been awful.
Because it's April, and I would sure like to retire my coat and hat at some point and stop getting snowed on when I'm working.
Right. Yeah. I hate it too, because it's, the other day I was all excited. I was like, I get to watch me some Indians baseball, and snowed out.
There you go.
I was like, well, I've always griped about it. It's like, why did teams in the North play at home on opening day?
Right.
They should be playing in the South, and at the end of the season, they should be playing in the North. They should work something like that out. There's got to be some way to get that done. That way you're not playing in 90-degree weather in August. You can play in the North where it's less likely.
Or we need to just control the weather.
Or that. When we have our wizard tower.
Yes, now we're talking.
Yeah.
I also decided I despise opening day in Toledo.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
And I think it's more just because I usually end up working. Like, what am I saying usually? I always end up working.
Mm-hmm.
And I work downtown and have to drive through it and around it. And
I think what you need to start doing is just take opening day off.
maybe.
I stubbed my toe. I can't come in on opening day.
And I guess it'd be one thing if I was down there partying with everybody.
Yeah, you'd be totally into it then.
Yeah, but not, and just to drive by and be like, just, ugh, get out of my way, drunkards,
Yeah, it's funny how your tolerance for people doing that kind of thing, when you're part of it, you're like, woo! When you're outside of it, it's like, get out of the way.
It's like, God, I wish a meteor had hit.
Mm-hmm. That'd be something. I mean,
that would be something.
Like, wow, that's pretty harsh.
But yeah, that's opening day I don't know if it got snowed out or rained out yesterday because I didn't pay that much attention. I did notice pictures I saw online of the stadium looking awfully empty.
Yeah, it was certainly.
It was hot garbage weather.
I don't think it was bad enough to not play, but it could have.
Yeah,
just depends on how badly they want to call the game.
Right. I mean, I know Logan's supposed to go to the game tomorrow with some of his buddies, and. Mm-hmm. I'm like, make sure you bundle up. I don't think you're going to be in a suite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since they're calling for maybe 5 inches of snow tonight.
Yeah. It's going to be nice and brisk out there for sure. I think there's like 30% chance of snow or rain tomorrow too.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, that's not a high percent, but still, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still enough that in your down, but you're going to get that nice cool wind down there too. Cause you're sitting low,
exactly.
Yeah. Good times.
It's right off the lake and the river, and
I know it's like
always colder downtown.
Yeah, you know how much I love baseball, but man, if somebody called me and was like, "You want to go tomorrow?" I'd be like, "Eh."
Well, what if I called you and was like, "You want to go to Fleetwood's tomorrow? That new restaurant with like 40-some taps."
Yeah, I'd probably want to do that, but right? I'm talking about at the ballpark.
Right.
Like if you were like, "Do you want to go sit outside and watch baseball tomorrow?" I'd probably be like, not really, but I'd probably still would go because. To
be fair, that wouldn't be the phone call you'd get from me.
I understand.
If it was nice out and I had tickets, I'd be
that's different. Yeah,
but it's cold. I mean, fuck that. I'd rather just sit in the bar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even if I had tickets tomorrow, I might be like, let's just go to the bar instead.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because tickets aren't
warm in the bar. Hey, look, the game's on TV.
Right. It's not like tickets are $50 or something. It's like,
right.
They're pretty cheap. I'll just you want some tickets?
Oh, look, I'm paying $6 for a beer, and it's not a tiny Bud Light.
True.
It's a delicious pint of craft goodness.
You just make someone's day. You just walk by and be like, hey, you want a couple of tickets here? We're going to the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, sweet. Like, yeah. Or, hey, you want to buy these tickets for a couple of beers, basically.
Crazy talk, though. You know?
I know.
Goddamn crazy talk, Bryan.
I know.
We did go out last. Did I talk about the pint of curmudgeon they gave me? I don't think I did.
You told me about it, but I don't remember if you told me about it on the show or not.
I don't remember either. I already talked. I already brought it up. I won't get too much in the story. In this case, I already talked about it.
Okay.
Because my brain's not braining real well.
Yeah, mine's been terrible too.
Yeah. But I went out with my sister and brother-in-law and a couple friends last weekend. We went out and like the six of us get together maybe once every couple months, go to dinner and then get some drinks.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up going to the Cock and Bull, which is actually a great bar. It's the first time I've been there. It's an awesome bar. But they had Founder's Curmudgeon on tap, which, for those of you not in the know, is just like a delicious, dark, tasty treat of an ale that's made of like molasses. And
all I can say is it's almost like drinking an alcoholic maple syrup.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And it's got high ABV.
Yeah. So was it 10 something, I think?
It's a 9.8.
Oh, okay.
Because I couldn't quite remember.
So it's 9.8. All right.
Generally comes in a snifter.
Mm-hmm.
They don't pour over a 5-ounce pour. They gave me a pint glass, and that ruined my evening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, God damn, it was good, though.
Should have asked for a bigger one.
Yeah, like, what? You besmirch me with this?
What you should have done was after you get that one, the next time you go to order another one and be like,
next time?
No, you drink that one and then be like, can I get a large? And see if they'll give you a taller one.
Can I get a large? I'm gonna have to remember that line.
Yeah.
Just when you get a pint of whatever and they're like, you need another beer, but can I get a large?
Yeah, just see if they'll do it.
See what they do.
Oh my God. Not that I'd want to pay for a bigger curmudgeon, because like I said, I can't imagine that, a bigger one would be, would probably be pretty expensive, but still, just
it would be worth it just to see what they do.
For sure. Yeah. That's one you'd almost have to just get and be like, who wants half of this?
Yeah, basically.
Because
we need a couple straws so we can, malt shop this.
Malt shop it. That's a great idea.
Yeah, right.
What a great idea for a couple of high school kids.
Oof. Good times.
Oof.
Oof is right.
Yeah. That's a good
call.
So
my feet and legs are all abused because I started running this week.
That's a terrible
idea. For some dumb reason.
That's just not a good idea.
It's really, I do it with the dog, try to wear it out a little bit,
yeah, right.
But it's the first time, because I've never been into running at all.
Yeah.
And, it's if I'm not playing with the kids or like running from explosions in a refinery, I'm generally not running.
Yeah, well, that's fair. I mean, have you tried just doing jujitsu with the dog?
Yeah, that too, but she bites.
Oh.
Well, not like for blood, but,
Just put a mouth guard in.
Perfect.
Yeah. Just muzzle her up and then do it.
But it took me a while to train her to run next to me because we'd start going and she'd be like, oh shit, it's a game, and she'd like run in front of me and try to jump on me and shit.
Sure, yeah.
But I got her down now. She'll stay next to me. But we got the game genie of dog tiring out.
Yeah.
The cheat codes, Brian. Because we hook her to a harness when we take her for a walk. Because we put the harness on, and she's like, oh wait, hold on, I'm sorry, I didn't preface any of this. Pup date.
Right.
We put the harness on. She's like, hey, I'm going for a walk, so she knows what the deal is. And, snap her in, she's good to go. Well, we bought a new harness that's got saddlebags on it. Because one of the things I read is, like, especially with pit bulls, is they like, you give them a job, give them something to do, and it focuses them a little bit.
Right. So you just put, like, 50-pound weights in the saddlebags.
Close.
Oh. Like, good luck running, dog.
So I took her out on a walk this morning. I put like a 1 3-pound weight in each side.
Yeah.
Because I looked online because I'm like, I don't want to overweight her, and it says like
sure.
10 to 12% her body weight. I'm like, that's about right.
Yeah.
And she had no idea what the fuck was going on. Because one, she's like, oh sweet, I got my harness on. I threw the weights in there. And to be fair, she walked around the house before I got home from work the day before with weights in her bag.
Yeah.
But she doesn't realize how wide she is with the.
Oh,
so
yeah.
she was like running into shit.
Well, sure, because you've changed,
changed her dimensions.
Sure, right.
Which was pretty funny. And then when she would start running, the weights would start bouncing, so she'd like stop and try to attack the packs.
That makes sense, right?
So it'd be like, it took me about half the walk for her to not do that.
Right.
But it all worked out in the end.
Nice. That makes sense, though, Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
What I do know is when we go to like Wildwood or something, which is our local nature park around here, for those not local, is it'll be great because I can throw water bottles in there.
Oh, I was thinking beers, but okay, yeah.
Beers would be, especially
nah, you don't want beers. She'll shake the beers up.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because where you clip the leash, it looks a hell of a lot like a bottle opener.
Convenient.
That's what I thought. I saw him like, why does this thing have a bottle opener? It's like, oh, you put the leash there.
Like, oh, yeah, right.
But no, she can carry waters and her own shit for once. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just looks funny to see this dog come around the corner. Now she's not really a toofy horse. She's a toofy mule.
Right.
Now.
Earn your keep.
Which, wow, that could be a terrible adult film. Toofy mule. It's kind of like Killer Condom, but
yeah, that's.
Or what was the vagina movie?
Oh man, what was that?
Was it just like Teeth or something like that?
Yeah, it was something. It was something like that. I think. Ugh.
Spooky.
Yeah, spooky indeed, sir.
Yeah.
Ugh. Terrible.
Terrible's right.
I'm just picturing dog jumping or trying to fight the side bags.
Yeah, that was basically like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
What is that thing?
Giving her a complex. She's like, how did I get so fat?
That was the best part. She just slammed it in a dishwasher.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Well, just picture someone puts like a weighted vest on you. I mean, really, or a weighted belt or something. Okay, go walk.
The weight, it was just the extra width.
Yeah, it's
It was funny. I felt like I need to wear a weighted vest just to be like, look, I'm doing it too.
Mm-hmm. With the Punisher logo on it.
Nice. That'll get me shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay, maybe that's not the best idea.
Like 5 a.m.
Yeah, right? Okay, maybe a smiley face on.
Perfect.
Maybe some nice daisies or something,
Daisies, flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice rainbow.
Yeah, sure, exactly.
That had to get me shot up here too.
Yeah, that might get you shot there too. Okay, just camouflage.
Yeah, so they can't see me.
Right. exactly.
Perfect. Or if they do see me, they'd be like, "Oh, he lives around here."
Right. They'll be like, game, respect, game. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or whatever it is they say up there. I don't know.
I must be training his dog to be hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Like,
I'm listening to like an NPR podcast.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Oh man.
My new jam with podcasts is with my Overcast app I've been using.
Yes.
Because it's got like smart technology, so it shortens all the silences and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Is I've sped up the speed that I listen to it now.
Right.
I'm at like 1.5 times.
I think Matthew from Passersby told me he does that too.
Yeah, I kind of like it because with voices you don't really notice. Yeah. Although Bill Burr's laugh sounds pretty silly. But,
oh well, it does normally. So
yeah. But the thing that fucks me up is when they play music.
Oh yeah.
Because like I was listening to I want to say it was a TED Talk podcast today, and they're talking about nothing is original, and they're talking about sampling.
Oh yeah.
So they're playing the original music, and then the current song that samples from it.
Oh right.
And it's sped up. I'm like, I had to take it down to 1 times because it wasn't fucking with me.
I could see that. Yeah. That makes sense.
I'm burning through podcasts now, which is
now,
nice.
I mean, I got to say, I don't recommend doing it with ours because it'll ruin the sultry tones of our voices.
Well, that's true. I mean,
not to mention, you don't want to speed yourself up because, unless that's what you're just trying to do is get to the money shot.
Let's say, do you want to laugh really fast and hard and speed it up?
Yeah.
But if, you don't want to just shoot loads into your pants.
Right. I was going to say, if you just want to ruin your pants, then sure, go ahead. But careful.
If you want to ruin your pants, keep it at 1 time, baby. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
there's, at least with the app I'm using, it's like you can set different shows. Mm-hmm. So when I'm listening to whatever show, it'll go down to whatever speed I want it to, Because there's a podcast I just started listening to a couple weeks ago called Song Exploder.
Okay.
Which I really like. And it's only like 15 minutes.
Okay.
And they take a song and they have the artist who performed the song and they just break the song down real quick. And at the end, they play the song.
Oh, okay. I was hoping for explosions, but all right.
No explosions. It's not like the end of Thunder Cunt.
Yeah.
That has an explosion.
Yeah, it does. Or listening to our podcast.
Yeah, we should end it with an explosion.
Well, we don't have to. The listeners do.
That's true. In their pants.
Not necessarily. They may not be wearing pants.
That's true.
That is the best way to enjoy our show. Sans pants.
Pantsless.
Right. Sans britches, if you will.
Should be the name of our fashion line. Sans Britches.
Sans britches, yeah.
Because it sounds fancy.
It does. Even though
most people have no idea what sans means.
Now, we could just call the store Sans Britches and just not sell britches. Or only sell pants to be extra confusing.
Right.
They'll be like, wait, there's just... Yeah, never mind, I got nothing.
Or just have... It's called Sans Britches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's got all of the salty language line of clothing, which is extensive.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, we own many sweatshops.
Right. One thing that can always be said about us is we're vast.
Yes, vast.
Or at least I am.
But if people come in with no pants on, they get a discount.
Well, maybe.
It's like, it's like a secret menu.
Yeah, they get it. They get a discount or thrown out, depending on how we're feeling that day.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
If it's like, sorry, buddy, I don't want to see your cock bulge, you're out.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies.
Oddly enough, Jimmy Norton's hanging out all the time just to see the meaty bulges. Like, damn it, Norton, get out of here.
Either that or like, oof, you deserve a discount, my friend. Come on in.
Right, yeah. That makes sense.
To each their own, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sans Britches. Either that or it sounds like a resort.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that works, though. Come kick your feet up at Sans Britches. It works.
All right, yeah, I'm scrapping the fashion line.
No, you can't.
Definitely a resort name.
You can't scrap it. It just needs to be
no, it's just
renamed.
not named properly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm backburnering it.
Right. It's right in the horseshit file is where it is.
But Sans Britches, the resort, we're blue lighting this.
Yeah.
Or
Nice.
blue sky in it, blue lighting it.
Blue-
What is this, Kmart?
Well,
Sorry,
I mean,
discounted. Look for the flashing lights.
damn it. Wow, I hate it when that happens. Before it's even launched, it's on the clearance rack. Damn it. We're going to be like the, athletes or whatever that we just put our lines right into, the discount stores, and then pretend like we're doing it so that little kids' parents can afford our stuff. But it's, just because none of the bigger name companies wanted our line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't want it. Like, well, we tried getting into Dollar General. They wouldn't have us.
Speaking of athletes that fall under that, they had a battle royal at WrestleMania. They have this Andre the Giant battle royal every year, right? Where there's like 20 guys and whatever.
Are they fighting a resurrected Andre the Giant?
No, that'd be awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Well, he's the favorite if he's in it, but
True.
no. Dude, Shaq was in it.
Well, he knows Shaq Fu. Don't count him out.
Yeah. They had him and Big Show like staring each other down. And like
Shaq Fu, Bryan.
Dude, Kane sold a chokeslam from Shaq.
Bryan. Shaq
I
Fu.
understand, but really? Like
Plus Kazam powers. And he was a superhero.
yeah, okay.
He was Steel.
He was trash is what he was. On the basketball court, he was awesome for most of his career. Well, the first half of his career. But, yeah. Anyway, Shaq Fu was a fun game, though. I'm not going to lie. I played a lot of it.
Shaq Fu was the shit.
It was. And, I mean, whatever. But anyway.
I mean, what other athlete had a fighting game like that? No one.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they're actual fighters. That's different.
Right.
I'm talking about, like, where was Bo Jackson's Kung Fu or whatever?
There should have been one, man. Bo would have probably ruled it.
Bo Jackson's Jiu-Jitsu.
Dude, Bo Jackson probably would have been great at jiu-jitsu if he would have tried it.
I like Bo-Jitsu.
I do too. It's still like BJJ too. It's like Bo Jiu-Jitsu. I can't even do it. Seriously, if Bo Jackson probably did jiu-jitsu, he'd probably be awesome at it.
I think if Bo Jackson did whatever he wanted athletically, he'd be awesome at it.
Yeah, because
he was the genetic freak.
Until that hip just got destroyed, he was a genetic freak. You're right.
Yeah.
Then Bo just knew not being great at anything anymore, unfortunately.
Archery.
Except archery. You're right.
Yeah, I've watched that that 30 on 30.
That's a good. Yeah, it's a good 30 for 30. Not that there's many bad ones, but that is a good.
He's like murking elk targets in his neighbor's yard from like 150
yards.
Right? Or something. It's crazy.
Ridiculous.
Bo knows archery.
Yeah, no, Bo knows a lot of things. People just, they just don't give him credit. Apparently,
Exactly.
Nike gave him credit and a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, that image was everywhere. All right, what do we got?
Sans Britches?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Keep it in your pants.
Get that property deal.
Keep it in your pants. Jeez.
I've got that 1 square foot of island real estate thanks to Cards Against Humanity.
That's right, you do. Perfect. Yeah. Nice.
Let's build one of those little like fairy gardens on it and call it Sans Britches.
That's a good idea. Like, you can't actually go there, but see, this isn't about actually going there. It's about meditating, and you take your brain takes you there.
Yes, exactly.
To the nirvana that is Sans Britches.
You have to download the Enthusiast number 30, Sans Britches, where we just sell you Sans Britches, and it's nothing but ocean waves and seagulls and, I don't know.
It's our new meditation
app.
Divas.
I mean, women. Right.
It's like I said, it's our, when we finally release our podcast app.
Yeah.
Because we get so full of ourselves that we, decide that there needs to be an app for our podcast.
Absolutely.
So.
There's got to be.
Right. And that's all it is. It's just meditative stuff. The total, opposite of what our podcast actually is, which is...
It's so calming.
Yeah. It's rather than being fashionable yet aggressive.
Yes. It's like me on the pan flute.
No, sir. It is nothing but Manjalele tracks.
No, that's too hardcore.
No, it isn't. It's our. You know how the Beatles did the like Sgt. Pepper stuff? It's like when we get into that stuff.
Okay, all right. So it's like our pot stage.
Yeah,
acid stage of Manjalele.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, we said it was going to be a lot of cover stuff, so it's
that's true.
Each one's a concept album, so that's going to be our, that'll probably be our Simon and Garfunkel phase or something,
So is Sans Britches going from a resort? Well, from a clothing store to a resort to a concept album?
No, it's still a resort, but it's
okay.
Like I said, it's a concept resort. Like I said, you pay us for the right. Resort. Yeah, you pay us for the right to fantasize about the resort.
I see. So they're not actually going on vacation to the resort.
No.
They're going on vacation in their mind.
Yes. To the resort.
Think how cheap airfare is.
Right? Exactly.
See, this is $1 million idea.
Somewhere.
With proper marketing, someone could do this.
Right?
That's the sad part.
Yeah. You pay us for like a seminar. And then during the seminar, we help you get into the mindset to go to Sans Britches.
Right. Everyone gets one of those like really shitty plastic leis that you get from China by the thousands.
Right. And a nice carpet square and
carpet square.
Couple cookies and milk.
Not a carpet square.
Nope.
It's like it's the size of a carpet square, but it's a beach towel.
Oh, good call. Yeah.
Beach.
Mm-hmm.
It's a resort. You gotta feel like you're there.
Right. And everyone just sits in a circle so they can all like massage each other's shoulders.
Yeah, exactly.
This is brilliant. I absolutely don't see how this won't work.
We're going on just throwing ocean water on them.
Or they think it's ocean water.
You can feel the surf.
You can smell the salt.
Nice.
Don't open your eyes, though.
Where you can smell the salt. Come on down to relaxing Sans Britches.
That's what the sound is. Forget us playing.
Me.
It's just you and I making. It's you and I doing that, and then we do the NPR voices occasionally for the, Oh, man. Yeah.
Just relax.
Oh, man.
Become a Patreon subscriber.
That's funny. I was just going to do something like, your credit card was declined. Oh, man. That is so good. This might be the best idea we've ever had. I think we should just this podcast can't go to air until we get this worked out.
It's true.
We can't put this out because someone's going to steal this.
The second hidden episode.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be funny. Like, we don't put an episode out and people are like, why isn't there an episode? Be like, reasons. And then we launch Sans Britches. And then we put the episode up.
Sans Britches.
And then they understand.
They do. It's got to be some sort of script font, so it looks all fancy.
What I was thinking is it's like a script font, but then kind of you make that wind sound, and then it kind of blows away like dust.
Oh,
or sand, if you will.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, we'll get a nice.
It's blowing away their stress,
right?
Yeah,
we're too good at this bullshit.
We're all just dust.
Oh, don't. Oh, boo.
Dude.
Boo. Oh, man. Somewhere Jerry Garcia is just struggling to try to turn his fat carcass over.
Are the bugs and worms eating him too much on one side?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Well, that's fun.
I don't know. What the hell do I know?
What the hell do I know?
Yeah. Just a guy with a microphone and the internet in front of me. So
I'm a goddamn podcaster.
Yeah.
So, we want to talk Rogue One?
Yes.
All right.
So, right now, the Terrigan Mists. Oh.
Sorry, couldn't help it.
Oh, man.
Space Bigfoot had to roar.
Space Bigfoot. Damn big feet. So, yeah, it took me a long time to watch this trailer, or teaser, as it were. I've seen a lot of people that are like, I've watched it like 1 million times. Have you ever been one of those people? Before we get into this?
Depends on what it is.
I watched it. Well, I watched it. I've actually watched it a couple of times. I couldn't get my damn browsers on my computer to play any sound, but I've watched it probably 3 times today.
Right.
But normally I watch these things once. Sometimes I'll watch it twice if someone's like, "Hey, did you notice this?" And I'll go back.
Right.
But I've never been one to watch them over and over again.
Yeah, for stuff like this, not really.
Yeah.
Because the only time I'd watch them, again, is if, like you said, if someone's like, "Hey, did you see this part?" I'm like, "Oh, I got to watch again."
Yeah.
Or if I go,
like Kung Fury, I watched over and over again.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I was like, "Hey, Jeannie, hey, Logan, hey, Bryan, have you seen this yet?"
Yeah.
And you said no, I then would watch it again because I'd be watching it with you.
Okay.
But I'm not going to sit here and be like, sans Britches over here.
I would watch that over and over again.
Well, no, yeah, exactly. I'm not going to yank down my trousers and be like, "Oh, let's watch this on a loop, guys."
Wait, are you talking about watching you yank your trousers down on a loop, or?
Well, maybe it depends. Is it like sped up Charlie Chaplin like?
with the voice you made, probably not.
And then bleep, 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 music and all that, and then there'll be like a card. Creepy sounds.
Okay, now it's a little different. All right.
Yeah.
That's way different, because when you made the creepy, the creepy voice there, I was like, I don't like where this is going.
Right. Yeah, I've never been one to watch trailers over and over again.
Okay, I was just curious, because I've never had been either.
I'm a one-and-done guy.
Yeah, I know a lot of people seem to. It's just never been my deal. All right, fair enough.
Well, and I understand people like Star Wars is something different to a lot of people.
For sure, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like Star Wars, but I haven't bought the movie yet, the new Blu-ray.
There's a movie? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the original trilogy on Blu-ray either yet. Still,
I don't either. I have DVDs.
Although I did hear a rumor, Brian. Rumor has it.
Waiting for it.
That the original trailer they're going to put on Blu-ray for the 40th anniversary. Original cuts.
Really?
Yeah, none of that added wampas and Han shooting for last bullshit and. Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly, that's the rumor I hear.
That's the cut you want.
That's the cut. That's why I'm like, well, fuck. If this is true, I'm not buying the Blu-rays until that comes out.
See, the other,
I want the stuff from my childhood. I don't want George Lucas jerking off all over the film rolls like he did.
Right. The other thing is I
can't remember how our George Lucas.
You were
voice
pretty
went.
Close. It's It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, I just gotta make my chin get even smaller.
You can't do that without shaving.
I know, right? And then I'll be murdered.
Just maybe do this, just kind of pull the beard back. Maybe that'll
that's
simulate
too much like a top knot.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't mean pull it into it. I just mean pull it back. Just push it back.
Like Static X.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
When it comes to buying this stuff, it's there's going to be 2 more, well, plus the in-between stuff, but there's going to be an episode 8 and 9. So I'm kind of a part of me, if I was going to buy it, kind of almost would want to wait until there's that, there's always that definitive version down the road kind of a thing. And it's I'd just rather wait and I know some people can't, but I'm one of those that can. This looked pretty neat though. I know it's the whole premise of this is it's how they get the plans to blow up the Death Star. Spurlers.
Which is cool.
Spurlers. Yeah. Which is awesome. I think it's a cool story to tell.
Yeah, I think it's very cool too.
Mm-hmm. It gives them a chance to dip their toes into a movie that Maybe, and again, this is just from me being naive to the universe, to the Star Wars universe. I don't know if this story's already been told in books somewhere. Probably, I would imagine somewhere, but I don't know,
Right.
But as far as movies go, it hasn't. So this would be good time fun. Plus, they can tie characters together if they'd like to, and Mon Mothma was in the.
What a great casting! Have you seen the side by side of the original Mon Mothma? And the one wow.
Yeah.
Would they make this chick in a lab?
Probably. Yeah.
Jesus.
They just brought Mon Mothma back from the dead.
and no, they had to go backwards in time because she's younger. It's crazy.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, Disney's like, hey, we finally have a time machine. Like, what should we do with it? Let's go get Mon Mothma. Yes.
You're like, what? Okay.
First thing we're gonna go do with it. Yeah, why not? Yeah. That was pretty cool, and there was one thing that I thought was kind of weird, which was like the kung fu dude, it's
Donnie Yang or Wang or Wang.
Damn it!
What the fuck's his name? He was in IP Man.
Yeah,
Donnie Yen.
Yen. Okay.
Yeah. Because I saw that and I'm like, why is there a karate guy? And I had to look at IMDb.
Yeah, that was kind of my thing too. I didn't have a chance to do that, go that far, but I was just like, what? Same idea. It's like, why is there karate going on in this?
Yeah, I'm like, who's the space samurai?
Yeah.
I'm not opposed.
No, it is kind of weird though, but yeah, whatever. I can live with it. It just kind of felt odd.
Right.
But whatever. I mean, you're creating stuff out of nothing, so, really nothing's off the books.
And Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
Must have taken a rogue blaster shot to that eyeball.
I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming. I just want him in one thing he's in to just have an I've got my eye on you line as someone walks the opposite way of him. Just once.
Why can't we?
Just
when
once.
we make Salty Language the movie.
Yeah.
We'll cast Forrest Whitaker.
As me. I have a lazy eye. It's not like his, but I have a lazy eye. So yeah.
And then when he's as you, and we're doing an enthusiast, you can have a double monitor, and then I'm on one and the guest is on another.
Yeah, I like this idea.
I'm played by Donnie Yen,
right? Naturally, doing all sorts of
karate
stuff.
Guy
For sure. Yeah.
Wait.
I like this idea. I'm playing Forrest Whitaker in the movie. Yeah.
Bryan as
smart
Forrest Whitaker. Oh, screw you, laptop updates.
Oh, man.
It's all coming together.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a great business plan laid out for our future here.
Well, once we have Sans Britches money, who cares?
Well, it's true.
I mean, it will be in a wizard tower, and we'll have dragons with raptors for feet, so it won't even matter anymore.
It's true, yeah.
Oh, man. So I decided the other day, did I tell you about how I just want to have...
Fun?
Yes, but I want to get... I know we talked a little bit about this last week with the whole dinosaur thing, but I want to get dinosaur suits and just go around and do mundane things in dinosaur suits.
Like grocery shop?
Yeah. I don't want to, do weird stuff. I don't want to, spook people out. I just want to do normal things in the dinosaur costumes.
Are you talking, realistic dinosaur suits or, the goofy inflatable ones?
No, I want ones that are fairly realistic looking. You kind of look like raptors, basically, or whatever. And you just... grocery shop, you're there, you're looking at different melons, you're just doing that kind of thing, comparing different ones, knocking on them, just this kind of stuff, just going through your day and just do just
reading
normal
the ingredients and looking at nutrition labels.
Yeah,
perusing the ad,
right? Asking for a sample of lunch meats or whatever, and that kind of stuff. It has
to be when the raptor was in Archer pilot instead of Archer.
Yes.
Just all these growls and snarls.
Yeah. You have someone else with you that's your interpreter.
Yeah.
I just want to go around and just do that. I just decided that's what I want to do with my life.
I've seen that Japanese prank video when the raptors are in an office and people are terrified with good reason because they're good costumes.
Oh, yeah. I saw one the other day of a guy in a parking garage. A woman comes out of the elevator, And the guy just comes running at her from like nowhere, and she just hauls ass away from him. She's terrified. And it's so funny because, like, in your head you want to go, why would you be terrified of this? Because clearly it's not real.
Right.
But at the same time, I think most people would be like, what the fuck? You know, because...
I think that's the reptilian part of your brain kicking in.
Yeah, the fight or flight comes right into play.
Move, fucker.
Yeah, but at the same time, you want to think that you would go, come on, you know? But yeah, right. Like I said, I just want to like go to, like, did you see, I think there were 2 people in dinosaur costumes at a baseball game yesterday or the day before. Like, that's what I just want to do stuff like that. I just want, like, you and I to just go around and just do mundane things in dinosaur costumes. That's it. We just need a TV show where that's what we do. We just go around and do normal things in dinosaur costumes. Like, go to Beer Fest, as I said before, and just do other things in dinosaur costumes.
I fully endorse going to Beer Fest as dinosaurs.
Yeah.
The exception of we need a way to get the beer into our maws.
Yeah, and fuck doing it at the Summer Beer Fest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Winter Beer Fest is fine and dandy, though, unless it's a pain in the ass to piss in it. We'll certainly have to fix that problem.
Dude, we already have that problem covered.
Race catheter, you're right. Catheters. Plus, I mean, we're a dinosaur, so you just pee wherever you want.
It's true. And, you know, those dinosaur costumes are so bulky, we can just run the race catheter tube to, like, the dino dick.
Yeah, it's
so
true.
It's like, you know, appropriate or
right.
whatever.
Well, who's going to stop us anyways? We're dinosaurs.
It's true.
I'll just hit him with my bony plate.
Nice. That sounds like sexy dog.
Yeah, it does. Nice.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
Ever been hit by a bony plate?
That's how you know. It really does, too. Like I'm hitting you with my horn when you can feel, you know... I'm going bony plate deep.
Exactly. So now we're talking.
Oh, man.
Shit's getting sexy.
Didn't we name one of our shows...
hotter than a meteor strike.
Oh, come on now. Now I'm depressed again. No. Didn't we name one of our shows Cossacks Deep?
I believe so.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me of the same thing.
Yeah.
Ah, man. Anyway.
Oh, I got the idea.
All right.
One of us needs to be in a dinosaur costume.
Okay.
And perusing, like, you need a grocery store work, perusing a grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going up the cleaner aisle, and then the other one of us brandishes a can of Comet. and terrorizes the dinosaur.
He just throws it at him, and the other one falls over dead.
Yeah. You showed a can of Comet, and you, like, zoom in on the face of the dinosaur, and it's, like, flashback scenes of all his friends and family dying. You know?
That'd be a great show right there. I like this idea. That's terrible. Also hilarious.
Yes.
I like this idea a lot.
It's like, it'd be kind of like Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer, but Unfrozen Suburban Dinosaur or something.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, I just didn't want any pretense. I just want to, like do stuff like go bowling, and, Yeah,
it's just an unfrozen dinosaur.
Yeah.
That's just trying to live its life.
Just trying to live my life. Just don't want to be hassled by people. Just leave me alone, man. I'm just trying to bowl.
Exactly. Dino lives matter. #.
Yeah. Just going to the bar with my friends, having a couple beers. Just shooting some pool,
Sure, I've gotten drunk and raptor kicked a jukebox.
Kia.
Sure, there might be a sudden surge in the disappearance of pets.
Right? I mean, hey, listen, that's going to happen. Here's a question for you. Who is a raptor karate kicking or raptor kicking for?
Well, Dinosaur Jesus, clearly.
Okay, Dino Jesus, okay.
Yeah, or just Jesus. I've seen the artwork.
Listen, I'm not letting...
I've seen the historical documents.
I'm not letting Jesus ride on my back. That's not cool.
That's true.
What
if he, though,
I'm not a show...
on your back, much like Yoda rode on Luke Skywalker?
I don't know, man. I have dignity. I'm not one of those show dinos. I'm not domesticated. I'm feral.
Right. Gotcha.
It
all makes sense.
All right. We should move on. more dino talk. I just like talking dinos. That's all.
That's fair.
I just have all these ideas.
We could do a segment, Brian's Dino Corner.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a dinosaur variety show. Like, we're going to do the cooking with dinos. There's going to be the segment where I'm just going around doing things as a dinosaur.
Oh, dinosaur jam band?
It's just, yeah, exactly. It's just going to be a whole show of dinosaur things. That's going to be the name of the show, Dinosaur Things.
I like Stu's Dino Corner.
Oh, yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Well, either that or that could just be part of the show.
That's true.
That's just me playing with dinosaurs. Roar, roar. Like Dinobots and stuff, sometimes because they're awesome,
They are awesome. Because they're robots and dinosaurs.
Right, because I'm like, me Grimlock, because I remember how he talks, and yeah. All right.
It's true. It's all coming together.
I know, right? All right. Let's move on. Well, actually, let's move back to Rogue One. We never really finished that.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So what are your thoughts on Rogue One? I turned it into dinosaur talk.
I liked it. I liked the trailer. I didn't like the klaxon going off through half of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was weird.
I could do without that.
Yeah. It's not a cool air horn, but whatever.
I should have been doing that.
You should have been, yeah.
God damn it. Curse us not planning.
Yeah. I mean, we could go back and edit it, but we're not going to. I'm tired of all this editing.
Yeah. Editing. We barely do that.
Yeah. No.
No, I mean, I'll watch it. I don't know if I'll see it in the theater. I have to see more content first, but...
Yeah, I'll probably end up seeing it in the theater, because Star Wars movies are always more fun to see in the theater.
That's true. They are fun.
Because it's the scope of it, and they're always, well, not always, I guess, but I was going to say they're always fun to see, but not always. But yeah, have you seen that thing that was, well, it was on Facebook, but it's been going around on the internet too, where it describes where in the story it fits and stuff. It's like a diagram thing. And
I haven't seen that.
No, it basically, I'll have to find it.
Was it like Rogue One chronological or something?
Yeah, basically, and it shows the prequels, and it's we don't have to talk about these anymore, and it's it takes place here because it's before, or it's wherever, what is it, just after New Hope, or just before New Hope this takes place? I can't remember, because I'm terrible
it should be just before if they're getting the Death Star plans.
Right, so it's, it shows that, and then there's this line that, is drawn all the way over to The Force Awakens, and it's it doesn't take place here, so don't ask for Rey or Finn.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's really funny.
See, I'm looking, but I'm not finding it real quick right now.
Yeah, I don't so much have the face page pulled up, or I would be able to find it fairly quickly.
Right.
But anyway. Yeah, I'm with you. I thought it was pretty cool looking. A lot of people seem real geeked about it, mainly because it's Star Wars. And it didn't, there was nothing about it that was wow, that looks like a big steaming pile of naughty butt stuff. So,
Damn naughty butt stuff. I don't know. I mean, like you said, Star Wars, as much as I was fuck, Disney bought Star Wars, I really think it's for the best.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so too. I think they're getting, it's back there. Plus, I mean, these are kind of fun throw-in movies, and this is the kind of stuff that I think is really cool to do. Even if they didn't do these kind of movies and put them out in theaters, even though they will because they'll make $1 bajillion, but even if they did a smaller scale, these kind of movies, and put them on, I don't know, the Disney Channel or through Netflix or something like that, they'd still be kind of cool to see.
Well, I mean, there's towards the end of the trailer, it was Rogue One, a Star Wars story or whatever.
Yeah.
And they have so much they can pull from.
Right. I mean, they need some more dinosaurs.
Forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it doesn't have to be canon anywhere. Some guy could be so let's say there was a group of Ewoks on the other side of Endor, and they didn't know what was going on. Let's do a story about that, guys. And we're oh, good idea.
Somebody get Lucas out of here.
We could put a lot of wampas in.
Nope.
But yeah, it's just like, there's so much material. I'm looking forward to, because I know there's all these rumors of a Boba Fett movie.
Yeah, like Han Solo and Boba
see.
Fett. And yeah, that's what everybody I think really wants, because everybody really wants more like background on Boba Fett. The only fear I'd have with that is that sometimes it's just better to leave it alone.
Yeah, a man of mystery.
Now, I will say that, like in the prequels, we got like the faintest taste of what Darth Maul was, right?
Right.
But then in the Clone Wars, the animated series, they gave us like quite a bit on Darth Maul's backstory, and then they made Darth Maul into like, they showed him after his legs, after he'd been cut in half. And then he got his, like, new legs and whatnot, and he was, like, ridiculous. He was a badass, Right. So I was like, this is actually pretty cool, that he didn't become some, like, sissy pants whatever, and they didn't just, like, turn him into just some throwaway, that it wasn't just like, oh, he's in this movie for, like, 10 minutes, and, oh, look, he's awful now.
Right.
So But that would be my biggest fear with Boba Fett, is everyone thinks he's this galactic badass, and then they're just like, well, actually, he was more sensitive than Anakin was. No! He listened to Sarah McLachlan all the time.
Boba Fett. He's got his helmet on. He's wearing like a Lilith Fair t-shirt.
Oh, for sure. His inside of his mask more rusted than Dr. Doom's. Terrible.
I don't think he's crying. I pictured a more happy guy.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
Like the inside of his helmet's like decorative, like unicorn
He's
stickers.
just like a hippie is all he was.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn it.
He's tending to his micro herbs. When his communicator rings, he's got a bounty. He's like,
yeah.
All right. Straps on the armor.
He finishes meditating before he goes and does it.
Yeah, all with the helmet on, though.
Well, of course, because
he's in hot yoga.
Well, yeah. Because while he's in the helmet, it allows him to access Sans Britches.
Oh, it's just streams right to his
tie-in, son.
That's what that little antenna's for.
It's worth it. That's our first marketing push, is through the Boba Fett movie. We're going to tie into. It's going to be one of the planets in the Star Wars universe.
I like it.
Sans Britches. Hey boy,
it's like it's young Anakin on the planet of, was it Naboo or whatever, with all the water and the beaches, and is this Naboo? No, this is Sans Britches. I don't know why there's crows.
I don't really know.
Yeah,
that sounds perfect.
A lot of Foley work this week.
Yeah, I know. You're earning your Foley paycheck this week for sure.
I am.
For sure. Man, between you and WrestleMania, there's a lot of Foley work. See what I did there?
Nice.
All right. Let's move on from Rogue One and dinosaur talk.
What?
I don't know. I got a couple other things. Well, I got one.
Is there dinosaurs in Rogue One?
No, but there should be.
Exactly.
When I get the rewrite of the script, there will be. In fact, it's going to all be raptors. Like that episode of Archer.
Perfect.
Right.
I got it.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
All right.
Yep.
Star Wars New Hope, right?
Yeah.
All the rebel guys, like right in the beginning of the movie, they're all in the hallway and they got their blasters pointing. You see the as like the lasers cutting through the door.
You're really trying to get it overtime, aren't you?
I know, right? And then the door blows in. Kadoosh! Kadoosh! That's the door blowing in.
Of course, right.
And then it's just raptors.
In Stormtrooper gear.
Yeah, just tearing people apart.
In ill-fitting Stormtrooper gear.
Yeah.
Comedically ill-fitting.
Yeah.
Like the helmets are really tiny, almost like little cowboy hat type, Yeah.
Oh, and then after the raptors get done tearing everybody apart,
Yeah.
Here comes Vader, right?
Mm.
And it's, what's his name from Parks and Rec? He's like, whoa, doing from Jurassic New World.
Right.
What the fuck's his name?
Chris Pratt.
It's Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
And he's doing his Raptor trainer gear, but he's wearing a Vader helmet.
Right. An ill-fitting Vader costume.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one for a child, but he's wearing it. And he's in his Parks and Rec body, not his Jurassic Park Guardians of the Galaxy.
Actually, Chris Pratt as Burt Macklin as Darth Vader.
Yes.
It's Burt Vader.
Burt Vader. Now, if this were the 80s, that would have sold a lot of tickets.
That would have sold so many tickets.
Burt Vader.
I'm in.
He takes the helmet off. It's Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
And dude, they go into the dressing chamber, when his helmet's lowering or whatever, and it's him just in that pose from the Playgirl, where he's laying on his side. Like,
No, he's doing that when the Emperor calls.
Yeah.
What is thy bidding, my master?
His helmet's just in
God, Vader.
His helmet's in front of his crotch.
Right. That's not my lightsaber.
So, what do you need, my master? Like, come on. A new set of eyes. Jesus.
And of course, at the end of the movie, when they're doing the trench run, he's trying to kill Skywalker.
Yeah.
And he's in his, custom TIE fighter.
It's Trans Am.
It's his Trans Am.
Yeah.
It's got the big paint. It's all black with the gold Firebird on it.
For sure. That'd be awesome. I want to see this movie now. Star Wars recast as Smokey and the Bandit, right? Yeah.
What?
It said Star Wars recast as Smokey and the Bandit.
Hell yeah.
Well, I guess we can't flip it that way then, because we made him Vader. If to recast it, he'd actually have to be Luke.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I like him better as Vader.
Man, it's tough. Yeah, he's not a whiny bitch, so
it's true.
He can't be Luke. He's way too cool to be Luke.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's Han Solo, if anything.
I still like Burt Vader.
I do too, but I mean, if he's on the side of, the rebels, he's Han Solo if he's going to be anyone on that side.
That's very true.
Yeah.
If Burt Reynolds is going to be anybody
he's Lando is who he is.
Truth.
Anyway.
Double crossing, bitch stealing Lando.
Yeah. I'm a hero. Anyway. All right. So, our pal Eric Palicki posted this yesterday, and I thought this was very interesting. Another Marvel property got picked up for a TV series.
Really?
Yeah. And it was Cloak and Dagger.
No shit.
Not from Netflix, though, but it's Freeform, which is owned by ABC. I can't remember what, it was a different network. They renamed it Freeform. I forgot what it used to be. I think it was ABC Family or something. But yeah, Cloak and Dagger got picked up.
I seem to remember me saying somewhere on a podcast or something.
I believe it's on Hobie.
Cloak and Dagger.
I think it was Hobie we were talking about it.
Yeah, maybe that is right. Mm. Yeah.
Now, out of curiosity, were you ever a big Cloak and Dagger fan? Like, did you ever read it?
I had a couple of them because of, you remember the... Let's go back, Brian.
All right.
You remember when we were children, before Sands Beaches.
Back in innocent times.
I said beaches, britches.
Yeah. Well, we had Sands Beaches when we was childrens.
That's true. We would go over to... First, we'd go over to the candy store to get some penny candies and get yelled at by the old lady.
Right.
And we'd go running out there, push each other into the bushes and stuff.
Right.
And then we'd go into King's Comics.
I do remember that, yeah.
Okay. I would buy those grab bags because they were dirt cheap, and I didn't really have any taste in comic books at the time. And I had some Cloak and Daggers from those.
Okay, fair enough.
And I seem to remember enjoying them.
Okay.
And I was never really hardcore into it.
Yeah.
But, yes.
I remember reading it at different times because I think before Vertigo books came out and the real edgier stuff kind of really started coming around.
Right.
It always felt edgier than most of what Marvel did.
It always had that noir feel.
Yeah, exactly. It always just felt different, and I always kind of liked that stuff. But I'm like you. It was always like if I saw one, I was like, oh, and I might grab one, but it was never on my pull list. There was a point I can't remember when it was when it got like relaunched at some point, and I gave it a go, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually pretty good." And then I kind of just
have like a max run on it.
I feel like there was something like that. Like it feels like there was a time like when we had the shop that it was out, and I think I was reading it.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, and but it's a cool property, you know, that I'm really curious to see how it gets treated.
Right.
You know, because it's one that most people are going to have no clue about.
Not at all.
Because there's a lot of comic book fans that probably have zero clue about this property, you know, because it's not one that is a big seller, you know, it's not one you hear a lot of people talk about, but I think it's one that's got a potential to kind of sneak under the radar and be a cool series.
Right. So. But is it one of those things, though, because it's not going to Netflix?
Yeah.
That people are going to be like, I don't know what this is, Marge. Fuck it.
Right. Well, that's what
I don't know about this here interracial comic.
That actually, it's one of the things it says right here is the interracial relationship will be at the center of the series. As the two teens quickly learn, they'll be better together than apart. So that's the only thing that I'm a little scared of is that it's going to be, they're going with two teens. They're not a little older or whatever. So I kind of wonder if it's going more CW versus, like, it's clearly not going to be a mature series. I'm assuming. So I'm really curious to see kind of it just got bought basically. So there's no development details really at this point. But I'm curious to see as it comes out later on, like kind of what direction they want to go with it. Mm-hmm. But it's still cool, you know. Mainly because it's a superhero book, but it's not the normal kind of superhero book that I think a lot of people are going to get fatigued with here before too long.
Right.
You know,
it is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even if people get fatigued with the capes and tights and stuff, this one still could be one similar to like Jessica Jones.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you could still really like Jessica Jones even if you're tired of watching Spider-Man and, you know, Avengers and stuff like that.
It doesn't feel like a superhero story.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
I agree.
Yep. All right. I think that's all I had. Yeah, that's all the stories I got. Oh, I have it. You got anything else?
No.
All right, well, let's go to something that I told you about already, but I'm definitely excited about.
Oh, let me fire my soundboard.
Yeah.
Are you talking about something that involves...
Shut up and take my money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is, for the kids at home who may not know, I am a huge fan of the Funko Pop series. Because I enjoy little cartoony things such as those type of things. And if you're a longtime listener to the show, you already know that I'm a huge fan of the 66 Batman television show. And I've already got the 66 Batman Funko Pops, but I saw today that they announced one of my favorite ridiculous moments from the TV show, which is the episode where Batman and Joker go to the beach and they're wearing surf shorts over their costumes. And it's called Surf's Up Batman, and I believe Surf's Up Joker, right? Yep, Surf's Up the Joker. And they come with a surfboard, and they have the surf shorts on, and they're ridiculous, but I absolutely have to have them. So
there you go.
Yeah, like they already made action figures of them, and I already own both of them. So
right,
you know, but I will certainly have these. And like I told Tony, pretty much the only other things from this series. I mean, there's some characters they haven't made yet that I wish they would make, but I
like the Fingerer, Scourge of the Playground.
No.
Oh,
I would really like to see them make a Batman like spraying a shark with or actually I didn't even mention this. I'd love to see Batman with the bomb above his head. I'd love that so much. But the one I would love probably more than anything is Batman doing the Batusi. I'm hoping at some point they'll make that one because they made an action figure of it that actually dances. So, like,
you need to make one of those little solar ones you put in your dashboard.
Oh yeah, that would be great. So yeah, anyway, so these will be coming out. I forgot when it said. I think it's pretty soon, but I can't remember when it is. It doesn't have on this site when it come out. Usually when they have them on this, it's within like a month or two. So
right. Well, there's one thing we do know.
Shut up and take my money.
For sure. Also, if you look at the link that I'll have in the show notes, there's a great GIF of Batman and the Joker.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
Surfing. That's terrible.
I mean, they're clearly big wave surfers.
Yeah. As they're barely moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because they're so good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. That made my day. Kind of.
Ow. Fuck, I just destroyed my heel.
It's fine. You have another one?
Good point.
If not, just staple some bread on there.
I'll just let the dog carry me around.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, eventually
she'll one of those saddlebags.
Right. Well, you started with 3. Eventually, she'll get to your weight.
That was a one thing that crossed my mind as I was walking her for weights. Was I'm just making her stronger.
Right. She hasn't figured that out yet.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. Well, if we have nothing else, I guess we go to the queue, like barbecue of the W. Delicious.
Delicious.
Man, one of these times we need to have a barbecue of the W. Mm-mm.
Ooh. If summer ever gets here.
I don't think it's going to.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I think it's
fucking summer.
It's just decided to not come to this area.
Yeah, really.
What a jerk.
Well, I think I'm going to let you go first because the face page is a lot of reading. People really got invested.
Yeah, I've got a couple that are a good amount of reading here too. So this will be. This is why we love these kind of questions because they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But these are why we don't do these kind of ones all the time.
The question was, what sitcom character's backstory would you like to explain in a Better Call Saul type show? And what would the story be? Which we have in spades.
Right. The first one I have, I'm going through the emails first. The first one I have was from Fluffy Bunny Ash, and hers is it's Dee Dee, or it's Diane from Cheers, actually,
right.
or from Frasier also, but it's Dee Dee from Modern Family now.
Oh,
okay. So it's after failing with both Frasier and Sam, Diane moves out of Boston to start anew. Now going by Dee Dee, she ends up in a commune that goes across country selling beaded wall decorations and bead string doors. One day, the commune stops in Chicago and goes to buy some shoes. She meets a fetching man named Al Bundy and falls for him instantly. She ignites a passion in Al that had been snuffed out by Peg. Al decides to burn down the shoe store and fake his death to run off to California with Dee Dee. Al changes his name to Jay Pritchett, marries Dee Dee, has Mitchell and Claire with Dee Dee, and uses his experience as a shoe salesman to design a shoe storage system that he turns into his closet store empire. He eventually decides he's finally the success he always felt he should be and dumps Dee Dee for trophy bride Gloria. Which I love.
That's pretty legit.
Yeah, because that ties in, 4 shows that I love into one.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was a good time. And let's see, where's the other one? There it is. This one's from our pal Cheeto Bandito.
Good old Cheeto.
Better Call Michael. If I remember right, something horrible had happened to Michael Knight before he hooked up with Kit, which, interesting choice. Phrasing!
Oh, that's such a good-looking tailpipe.
Have you ever
pop that hood? Let me see those headers.
Have you ever laid on a floor with a cheeseburger? Anyway,
I want to run my fingers across your radiator.
Have you ever seen me run down the beach shirtless?
Take off your T-top.
Oh, man. A little little red in the front doesn't bother me, baby.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, nothing, huh? All right.
I think we could have done this all day.
Yeah, probably. What? Just keep trying to go creepier than the other one?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to creep off.
Eventually, we would have stopped going with the voice. We would have been like, Michael, please don't do that.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I'm surprised. Eventually we would have switched to Kit. I'm actually surprised at some point one of us didn't, and the other just kept going as Michael.
That's true. Kit, do you like cappuccinos with some additives? No, Michael, I don't. This happened once in the Cosby neighborhood.
All right.
Anyway.
Damn it. If I remember right, something horrible had happened to Michael Knight before he hooked up with Kit, the chick, and the old dude. What was his life before the Knight Foundation, or whatever it was called, and why did that horrible shit happen to him? As I wrote this, I found a synopsis on his backstory. Oh, he included a Wikipedia. I can't read all that. Says could be a cool show leading up to the Kit years. All right, I'm going to pull this up. You want to go ahead and read something while I'm pulling this up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh, my God. La Mancha? Oh.
We have from Matthew from the Passersby podcast. He has Better Call Frank, a mild-mannered man. Frank, the local mortician in a small town, spends a good amount of time listening to the radio. The top 40 in a constant loop is driving him crazy day after day. Raised in a good Southern Christian family, he's unable to express his true carnal desires. He needs a car, clearly.
Yeah, right? Nice.
One night, on his way out of town, Frank's car breaks down. He has to walk for miles to the last house he passed. When he arrives at the house, there seems to be nobody home. After poking around, he finds himself in a library, pulling a book titled Raising the Dead and a how-to guide from the shelf, becomes unbalanced, and a bust of a Caesar falls from the top shelf and hits him on the head. Upon waking up, he has no idea who he is, but he has a sudden desire to fulfill all of his desires in the most musical way possible. Rocky. His name will be Rocky.
And now he's the co-host of Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks. I kid.
Neil. His name will be Neil.
He glistens. Oh my!
So you got your stuff pulled up, or keep going here?
This is a lot of reading, but it's an interesting thing.
Really? Is it worth doing on the show, or should we just throw it on the website? Is there a Cliff Notes version?
No.
Boo.
Unfortunately, there's just a lot of reading. I'll tell you what, we'll include the link to Cheeto's thing because it's so much reading. If people are interested, we'll just include the link because it's a lot to read. So, sorry, Cheeto. But it is an interesting theory, and you may have a point.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry, Tony.
No worries.
Oh,
no worries, Brian.
Yeah,
we got all that Kit love out of it.
By the way, when you said he needs to find a car, and you said his name was Frank, it'd be like, before my name was Frankenfurter, it was Franken Tailpipe, if you catch my drift.
You know what I'm saying.
Wink, wink.
This from Jared from Ridiculous Ramblings, former field reporter of Salty Language. Charlie Kelly is the world's greatest assassin, codenamed Dayman. His method of choice is a baseball bat pegged with nails and wrapped in a chain. His next targets take him to Philadelphia in a place called Patty's Pub. To get close to the targets, he has to play the part of a stupid janitor and make them trust him. As time goes on, he can finally make his move. His nemesis strolls in, a man named Frank Reynolds, a.k.a. Nightman. Frank has been playing the role of the asshole father because his latest contract is the same as Charlie's. Both men must put their differences aside for a common goal. The story is called Day into Night.
Nice.
Excellent.
I like that.
Our pal and theme song composer, Heno, says, better call Balky. Balky Bartakamus.
Bartakamus.
Bartakamus. Moose.
Or Bartakamus. Yeah, something like that.
Mild-mannered and slightly short-bust sheep herder by day and licensed Nuptiki What the fuck? Not Tiki Dr. Ruthuki?
Close enough.
I know you're killing me here,
You're
buddy.
just making up words.
A Myposian marriage counselor by night on his reality TV show, Better Call Balky, saving relationships across the island of Mypos. Mypos?
I can't
Where
remember
did he
how it
come
was
from?
said. I think it was Mypos. But
Mypos, as
yeah.
a cover for his main reality show, Duck Hunter, taking out the mean and vicious island ducks, actually pterodactyls. We're back into dinosaurs.
Yeah! It's the Savage Land from X-Men.
Exactly. And then our pal Angry Oz dropped a couple of them off in our vast laps.
Yeah, well, that's what Oz does. He will dump loads into laps.
He does, yes.
Yeah.
His first is The Lemon Pledge, about Alice Nelson's early years from Rad Femme Revolution's leader in college before she went to witness protection as the Brady's cleaner.
Nice.
And the second one was Blanche Dubois, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Blanche wasn't always a golden girl. Once upon a time, our future looked anything but golden. 1944, Blanche Dubois and the grand matriarch of the Greek resistance, Sophie, battled a desperate, disintegrating Nazi army and her sinister new order rising up from its ranks, Hydra.
Her last name was Devereaux, sir.
Devereaux?
Devereaux.
It looks like Dubois.
It was Blanche Devereaux. I know you're not going to question me on it.
I'm not. I dare not question he who holds the knowledge.
But still a great premise. I actually thought about that because I was actually thinking of maybe doing another one or two for it because this is such a fun one to do.
Right.
You know, and especially with like with, you know, some of these when you have actors or actresses that have been on multiple shows, you know, it gives you kind of an, you know, something where you can kind of have a fun segue from one show to another, you know?
Right.
Like you could take Dorothy from Golden Girls and she was on Alice as a waitress, you know, and you could, you know, she was working her way through school to be a teacher and then she became, you know, like you could go those kind of routes or something. They're less lascivious as, you know, than Better Call Cliff, I mean, but
right.
You know, it's I kind of thought there could be some fun in there, but you know, and Golden Girls certainly gives you some opportunities because there's a lot of history there. Yeah. Oh. Oof.
Oof is right.
Or, you know, with Ted Danson going from Cheers to CSI.
Right.
You know, like I actually thought about taking that one from the Better Call Cliff one from our ending and saying that sent him into like that moment, you know, he, you know, it jarred him into wanting to stop guys like Cliff from blah, blah, blah. And that sent him into CSI kind of a thing, you know, like, so yeah, that's why I said this was such a fun topic to do. We got a couple more on Twitter. Do you have any more from Facebook?
No, that was it from FacePage.
All right. These ones are shorter ones, but Jeff from the Hobie Pod said, better call the professor, evil scientist on the lam until he disappears with a boat of hapless rubes. From Gilligan's Island.
You know, I went immediately to the Professor Utonium for Powerpuff Girls.
Speaking of, that just relaunched. I haven't watched it, but the relaunch was just this week.
Oh, was it? I knew it was coming up soon. I should throw it in the DVR.
Yeah, I want to give it a look just out of, you know, just because I'm curious.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I just don't know. It's not as exciting as, you know, Samurai Jack coming back, but
fuck yeah, I can't wait.
And then the round mound of sound, our pal Soundboard T, didn't give us a description, but he said Better Call Flanders. And that would be an interesting one to delve into because Flanders, you know, like they did it kind of on The Simpsons where they show, you know, they show his parents how he was like an unruly child and he went through a series of like his therapist like spanked him for like days to basically make him repress all of this stuff. And his parents were hippies, and they wouldn't do anything to discipline him. And, you know, and then he finally loses it at some point, you know. And, but it would, you know, Flanders is certainly a guy that you could have, you know, because he's all sorts of Mr. Churchy and.
Oh, yeah. He's super.
Yeah. You could have a lot of fun probably going back. Now, I do also have to point out that in the hashtags, along with, once again, you know, using hashtag Q the W like a, you know, like a good lad, T also did put hashtag all day. I
got to get that recorded.
Yeah.
Like a nice clean version of it.
No, like talk about clean audio as you're like,
oh, yeah, no, so that was the parasite I ingested coming back up.
A chest burster that decided to not play by the rules.
Exactly.
I'm coming out your face. Good times. All right, so that's all of the Q of the W's I have, I think.
Wow, for our freshie Q to W, Brian.
Freshie, you say?
Freshie. This is coming off the shoulders of our talk with Steve Wherry in The Last Enthusiast.
Off the shoulders, you say?
Yes.
All right.
Would you be willing to do a beer fast or something similar?
Yeah, I don't know if I would.
Right?
It's interesting. On paper, I think I would, because especially when he was talking about, I don't want to get too far into it because I'd rather people go listen to it, but
that's fair.
He did mention that his palate kind of changed and reset, you know, to where he's wanting better stuff now, like food wise and stuff. For that reason, I kind of would, you know, to maybe in the hopes that it would make me not crave garbage, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
But other than that, yeah, I don't think I would. But I would like to think I would, but I don't think I'd be able to do it.
Right.
I think my will's too weak.
I think I'd be willing to. I don't know about a beer fast.
Yeah.
And I don't know about going 40-some days. But I think I'd be willing to try maybe a 48-hour. Because I've read about all the health benefits that fasting actually, that they've been, you know, finding out recently. You know, yeah.
I could see that a little more, maybe something like that, like a 48-hour or, you know, something more along those lines. You know, like Tim Ferriss talks about it a lot. Like doing, what is it he does? I think he does like a 3-day or something like that. Or no, he does like a week, I think. Doesn't he?
I don't know.
Whatever. He talks about it off and on, but
yeah, because I mean, I have since I stopped, you know, with the palate change, since I basically stopped eating sugar, whenever I have something sweet, it's overwhelming now.
Right. And
I stopped eating dressing and shit of my salads and eating what Steve was talking about, how vegetables, wow, this tastes good. I can just eat lettuce. I'm like, man, this lettuce is delicious.
Yeah, and I'm
weird.
I've done a similar thing where I don't eat very much dressing on salads now, and I'm pretty much the same way.
I'm just veg.
Yeah, you know? I actually ate a salad the other day, and I don't know. I didn't even put dressing on it. I just ate it straight up, and I was just fine with it.
One salad straight.
Yeah, neat.
Neat. What?
I'm sorry, sir. By law, we have to serve that with with one crouton.
One crouton.
You son of a bitch!
God damn you!
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if I didn't have a job where I had to drive every day for hours and hours.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to come home and get that without getting into what he did. I wouldn't want to come home and pound beers to catch up.
Well, I don't know
because I couldn't really have a breakfast beer and then go out and drive.
Sure, you could.
I mean, I could.
Come on,
limits, but you know what I'm saying.
Sure, you could. Come on, people do it all the time, Tony.
But it's
just pretend it's a growly night.
Perfect.
Yeah,
this is 3 days worth.
Oof. Especially on an empty stomach. Oof.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Or relatively empty stomach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you. I think maybe a shorter one I might be more willing to do. But that for the length of time he did. Although like he said, after you get in.
Once you get in the groove, I mean, everything I've read too, it's like you hit a certain point, your body's like, okay, this is our new thing.
Yeah. Which makes sense. I think with anything, like I remember when you guys were doing the, sugars and stuff, you were talking about it. It's like, the first few days your body is, throwing a tantrum. And then after that, it's like, all right,
like, fine.
Yeah. After a while, your dog, calmed down and decided, hey, this isn't so bad. I guess I'll carry, I'll carry your,
I guess I'll carry the shit
weights
for you.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Excellent.
It's like having a follower in Skyrim. You just load all her treasure on
right? Finally, your life's becoming more and more like an RPG, Tony.
I know, right?
Excellent. All right. So I guess that's it then, right?
I think so, Brian.
All right. Well, let's wrap this sumbitch up.
All right.
Shine it up real nice, turn it sideways, and all right. Go to saltylanguage.com, as we always tell you, because, we should. One thing I want to emphasize, if we can, however it is that you listen to us, if it's iTunes, Stitcher, whatever it is, please share, like us, leave us a review if you would. That helps us become more visible, which helps more people find us. Can help us kind of grow our audience, if you would, please.
Exactly.
If you like us, just help us out a little bit. I mean, look what we do for you guys. We give you guys hugs every week. You just can't see it.
You got a sneak preview of Sans Britches.
Right? You're in on the ground floor.
Yes.
Also, while you're on saltylanguage.com, like if you're going to do any shopping on Amazon, please hit up the portal on our website first and then go shop as normal. It doesn't cost you anything extra, just a couple extra clicks.
I think you can handle it.
Yeah, and then it helps us out because they throw us a little referral bonus. No harm, no foul, and, it helps us a little bit. If you'd like, or if you'd like to just shower us with money like we're just whores on the pole, you can go to Patreon and become a subscriber that way. One of these days, Tony and I will figure out something that's actually cool for that.
Has anyone done pole dancing in a dinosaur costume?
Someone has to have, right? If not, dibs. But
dibs.
Not really. I don't dance. Yeah, you can go to Patreon. You can do as little as $1 a month or whatever, or not. That's fine too. We're not going to hate you to your face if you don't. And also, please check out the networks we're part of, which is, Tangent Bound Network, Wicked Radio Network, the Podgads Network, Geek Life Radio, couple of guys standing on the corner with cans.
A couple of guys standing on the corner with cans.
Yeah, that's our new network. Yeah.
Is it that network?
No. That's probably. I mean,
there
we are certainly that, but no.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I know what it is.
I can't,
the
dude.
Aku network,
dude. Goosebumps just hearing that. I cannot wait for that to come back.
We should make our own podcast network and just call it Aku, so everyone will have that sound drop.
I like it.
Aku. Of course, it's
danger. Watch your back. Danger.
Entertainment Network. So, Michael, you can go to bed now that you've heard your sound drop.
Boom.
So, yeah, check out those networks.
That was at the moment of climax is when he heard that.
Oh, for sure. He's just like, come on, guys. He's been edging.
God, I've been edging for 2 hours.
This poor guy. He's just raw. It's ridiculous.
Jesus.
Use some lube, man. Come on.
Just
pace yourself.
Poster a kit.
Pace yourself or put us to 1.5 times, dude. Come on. Also, if you're looking for some new podcasts, check out #PodernFamily. It's a bunch of us indie podcasts trying to help each other out. Seems to be working pretty well. We're growing, trying to help each other out because we don't have, big network muscle and money behind us. So, give a look at that. And yeah, if you want to reach out to the show, you can hit us up on the Facebooks at facebook.com/saltylanguage. Generally, the best way to find us is on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
I'm at Monotony.
You can also...
Although I don't do a whole lot there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. You just post very offensive things there.
Well, yeah.
The most offensive thing... No. I'm just trying to build you up or tear you down. Whichever.
Either way.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just trying to get you some traffic. Like, oh, he's really offensive. They go, and it's just crickets.
Just nothing.
Like, oh,
like, huh? What?
All right.
Why? It's just all at mentions.
Yeah. It's all just quote tweets and at mentions.
Basic.
Hashtags like crazy.
Yep.
Also, check us out on the Instagrams at Salty Language. And Tony's got some fancy best ofs over on the YouTube's page at Salty Language Pod.
I really need to get another one put together. I've pulled the audio. I just haven't actually started.
Oh, do you have a theme for it? You don't have to tell me now, but do you have a theme for it?
It's Bryan. It's simple. It's simple.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I already know what it is. Why did I ask you that? All right, fair enough.
I mean, when it comes out, it's going to be
more seductive than sex.
It's true.
Well, of course it is, because we're on it.
Actually,
right.
That's the tagline for Sans Britches.
Nice.
More seductive than sex.
All right. Well, one last bit of business. Congratulations to our pals over at the Snake Oil Comics podcast for hitting 100 episodes in 2 years of the podcasting. That's a pretty amazing accomplishment for a bunch of assholes. No, I'm kidding.
Somebody had to say it.
Right. Like I told Dev, now they can finally get into that nice year 3 money, and that's where it's at,
Right.
So, and
just think where we're at. 245 regular episodes, 25 enthusiasts.
Dude.
Oh, man. I mean, this isn't an office chair I'm sitting on. It's just stacks of hundreds.
It's like in Breaking Bad, that giant stack of money that Lavelle Crawford falls onto?
Yeah,
exactly. That's all I'm sitting on.
Me. That's just a bedspread over the top of it.
A duvet, if you will.
Yeah. Actually, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't a stack of hundreds I'm sitting on. I'm mistaken. This is the 2 Russian prostitutes that live in my basement.
Right. On top of a stack of hundreds.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's so soft. Them Russian bosoms.
Of course. That's how they make them over there. Nice and soft.
Yep.
All right. Well, we hope we've brought you, once again, a couple hours of nice, wholesome entertainment. And, I guess that's it. So until next time, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Yes. Stay salty.
And remember, Sans Britches.